What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the MMA Fast. Today, let's get started with Michael Chandler breaks down Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje title clash at UFC White House. Michael Chandler recently shared his thoughts on the Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje clash at UFC White House and issued a preview. Great fight. Obviously, I'm leaning toward the American, my friend, my golf partner, Justin Gaethje. What he brings to the octagon is different than what Ilia Topuria has ever seen. That being said, Ilia Topuria is about the most skilled guy that we have ever seen in the octagon. He throws punches from weird angles. He hits you with shots that you don't see coming. And you know he can push a pace for 25 minutes? Have we ever seen Ilia get past the second or third round? That's not a knock on him. We just haven't seen it yet. UFC analyst doesn't agree that Alex Pereira will be the GOAT with White House win. UFC analyst Sanko doesn't agree with Dana White that Alex Pereira could lead the GOAT debate after this weekend. If Pereira wins, he will become the first ever fighter to win a world title in 3 weight classes in the UFC, even if some may not count it fully as a result of it being an interim belt. Dana White recently suggested that a win would see Pereira vault above Jon Jones in the greatest of all time conversation. Sanko, on the other hand, isn't so sure. It's a little too soon. It's a little bit too soon for me, personally. If he's able to do that, the frothiness in me is like, yes, you're the greatest of all time. But then I sit back and I'm like, I'm sorry. Jon Jones's resume is just, it's not the same. Alex Pereira has been unbelievable, and he's been one of one. I will tell you this. I don't know if anyone will ever do that again if he does it. Even if Ilia Topuria, even Islam Makhachev. I don't know that anyone will ever do that again. Period. Ever. One of one in history, but I don't know if I'm ready to give him the GOAT. Eddie Alvarez has major reservations regarding Conor McGregor's comeback. Former UFC and Bellator lightweight champion Eddie Alvarez is unsure if Conor McGregor will be any good in his return. The former champion believed that fighting didn't have an on and off switch, and not many could just get back to it after being out for so long. This is how I feel about fighting, right? Like, you say there is a universal law of fighting, right? The universal law of fighting is you can't put it down and pick it up whenever you want. You are either in this life or you are not. It's not something you can just pick up and put down. You are a fighter, and it takes years to become that character. And once you get out of that character, it is very difficult to get back in. However, Alvarez believed that McGregor could be the guy to get right back to the top after such a long absence. But Holloway's activity would be the major issue for the Irishman. If anybody can make a comeback and have the obsessiveness and stuff, Conor's the guy to do it. But I just think he's been too far out of that character to come back against a guy who's been active. He's been in that character, been getting big fights. I just think it might be too much too soon. Dustin Poirier discusses Gaethje's mentality. UFC legend Dustin Poirier has questioned Justin Gaethje's mentality heading into UFC Freedom 250 this weekend. In a recent podcast, Dustin Poirier had the following to say on Gaethje's mindset. I don't know where his mentality is at really, because him saying that Ilia has to deal with everything he has to deal with the weather and the bugs, the heat, whatever, that's a good mindset to have. But when I saw him at the press conference and he was saying, I don't care if I win or lose, I'm just going to fight, I don't like that. I like his mindset on the interview he just did where he made personal comments. If he's saying, I don't care whether I win or lose, I just want to fight, of course you want to win. I don't like that. Where do you think Justin's head is at heading into UFC Freedom 250? Let us know in the comments below.